If you want this, then come and get it.
He ate it. How could he just eat the Dragon Ball? He's gonna eat them all.
Now look at me. Do you see? This is my true form. The form I use to stand at the pinnacle of dragon power.
No! He's got all of the Dragon Balls!
His power's unreal. I don't think we've ever faced anyone this strong before.
Behold, the body of Shenron has absorbed the abilities of all 6 of the Shadow Dragons to create a dragon of one body that fights with the power of 7.
What?
What's going on, everybody? This your boy Michael Washington. Y'all might know me from the Dark Broly deck. Right when it came out, nobody knew it was good. I made a video about that, telling everybody how good Dark Broly was going to be. And as the format shifts, see, Dark Broly is, if not the number one deck, one of the best decks in the format. And that brings me to the deck today. Today, I'm here with Sin, but not just any old Sin. I'm here with Aggro Sin. This deck is specifically made to kill you turn 2 or 3. So let's get into the profile. The first card we're going to look at is the Unison I'm running. I know you're seeing usually runs Mecha Kabora. I know some builds are running the Vegeta, Unison of Fury. But me personally, I decided to go with SS Gogeta. And the reason I started to go with him is for 2 reasons. 2, it helps you dig. Because you always want to see Sin. You always want to see it Sail. Those are the 2 cards you need to see. 8-drop Sin, both 8-drop Sins, and the Sail. Most of the time, I always see him because of this Unison. It also lets you dump 2 cards to draw 2 cards. Dumping the cards in the drop, usually you dumping a Shenron or one of the dragons. Probably 2 dragons. Sometimes you drop an extra card, whatever. But the reason you do that is to fill it up for your TP Shenron. The stacking effect is useful, but you don't do that unless you get desperate. But that's what we're starting with. We're starting with that. That's our Unison. That's the one we play. That's the one that's going to get us there. Next card, we play 4 Nimbuses because sometimes stuff just don't go to plan. Sometimes, you might have to drag it out to turn 4. Sometimes you're playing against another aggro deck. You never know. So, me, being a player I am, I personally play 4 Nimbus. The next card is the reason everybody played blue, but it's the yellow version. Your own version of Sensu Bean. All it says is you can play it for free if you have 3 or more energy. Or you can pay the 1. If you choose to pay the 1, the card you can try to target a Shadow Dragon on your field or in the leader area. It gets plus 5k. And then you get to, I think, rest the card. If I'm not mistaken. Sorry, you negate a skill. I'm sorry. I'm so used to yellow rest and everything. You negate a skill. But that's also good. So we play 4 of those. The next card we're going to play is the 1-drop. The 1-drop ball that gets Rage. Rage is the key to this deck. And the reason it's the key because the 2-drop Rage, it has critical. We want to deny our opponent as many cards as possible while applying pressure. So, and also the new negative energy balls let you grab the card for free. Unlike Sin and Haze, they let you grab it for free, which is the best thing they ever did. So he grabs the 2-drop. But before that, we play 4 of that, and then we play 3 of the 1 for Haze. We play the 1-drop ball for Haze. It does the same thing as the other 1-drop, but you have to pay 1 yellow for that. So it essentially costs 2. That's it. Nothing too big about that. Next card is the card we were talking about before, which is a 2-drop Haze. He has critical. He's a 10K. He has critical. When he swings, you could take a life, and he gets plus 5K. So now he's a 15K crit swinging at your leader on turn 1 or 2. That's OP. It's only OP because of how we're playing the deck. The next card is Ice. So we played 2 of those, only to see the 1-drop ball if we're going first. Other than that, me personally, I never play it, but I played 2 because I feel better safe than sorry. Also, it's another dragon for our Sin. All he does is he's a counterplay effect when he's put in play. The card coming in play comes in tapped, but we never use that. We use it because you pay 1, you could discard him and search for 1-drop negative energy ball or shadow dragon and put it in play with the skills negated for the turn. That's all he does. We only play 2 in here. The next card up is our super combo. We play 4 of the Krillin, and we play 4 of this Krillin because our goal is to get down to 3 life as fast as possible. So this is the card we play. If we was playing a defensive version, we play Zamasu, of course. But we're playing this version because we want to dig. We dig. We need to see that cell, because as soon as we see that cell, we're going to blow them up. That's just how it works. We play 2 of the surprise attack. And again, we play him because he's a double strike. He's another Shenron. He's another, Shenron. And his skill says, if my leader is yellow, when my opponent plays a battle card or unison, I can choose that card and switch to rest mode. If I do, negate his skill for the rest of the turn, which is the card that's activated, which is Shenron. We negate his skill for the rest of the turn. But we play him because we can copy his skill. And he's another dragon. Next, we have the 3-drop Rage. And he evolves over the 2-drop for free. He has dual attack, but his permanent says we can't attack with leader. So I'm like, you can't attack the leader, why are you playing him? We play him for board control, depending on the matchup, and we also play him for unison control because he beats down in unison. When you evolve, you got to think about it. When you evolve over the 2-drop, more than likely, the 2-drop has already added the 5K. So the 5K carries over to the card you evolved with. So at that point, you're swinging with a 25K dual attacker, which is going to punish a unison. It's going to make hard for, your opponent's going to have to use that negate they didn't want to use or whatever, or use that blocker they didn't want to use. He also, when he comes into play and he restands, he puts some in rest. So if they happen to have a blocker, you can also rest it. So we play 2 of those. The next card up, we play 3 Haze. He's critical, which is, again, with our theme, deny our opponent's cards, but he also picks up a Shadow Dragon 4 cost or less from the drop added to your hand. So let you use your Oceanas, let you pick up your Rages, let you pick up your balls. It lets you pick up most of the deck, honestly. So we play him at 3 because, again, he's a critical. He's a 15K crit, and because we played the 4-drop. So 3 of those. Next up is 3 Oceana. She is probably like my personal favorite, one of my favorite cards in the deck. She's a blocker barrier. When this card attacks, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, switch it to rest. If the card you switch to rest was 2 or less, it KOs it. That effect is good enough on its own. But they gave her another effect that says active main burst 1, start this card from hand. Then you search the top 5 for a Shadow Dragon added to your hand. Perfect. Perfect card design. Super balanced. I love it. Next up, we got 3 Nova. Nova is a pretty good card, too. Nova says, if my leader card is a yellow Shadow Dragon, and you have a Shadow Dragon in play, reduce the cost of him by 3. He's a 4-drop, so he becomes a 1-drop. He also has an activate main. Once per turn, burst 2, switch him to rest. Play 1 yellow Shadow Dragon card from your drop when it enters the cost of 4 or less. 2 or more. 2 or more, 1,900 power or less. 19,000 power or less. And it comes into play with a different name than the cards you have on the field. I have to say that because you can't get a card that's already on the field. It comes into play, but the skills are negated. But that doesn't matter because it gives you another beater. So it lets you get another Rage. It lets you get the 3-drop Haze. You can grab Surprise Attack. You can grab Ice. So you got a lot of different options. But most of the time, you're going to grab Rage or you're going to grab Haze because you want to evolve over them to get extra attacks. The next card up is probably like the MVP of the deck. I've stolen so many games with this card, and it's the 4-drop Haze. Again, it evolves for free over the 3-drop Haze. When it evolves, it switches to active. And he's also a double striker. But the effect that makes him so good is if your leader card is a Shadow Dragon, you choose another Shadow Dragon from your hand and discard it when you combo him. And it KOs a battle card that's in rest has an entry cost higher than the energy the opponent has. So your opponent plays something. Your opponent plays a sail. Let's say your opponent plays they sail, and they swing with it. You combo him, discard a Shadow Dragon. That sail's gone. Now they done combo their hand out, and they done punted the game to you. So we always play 4 of these. He's a 4. I never play less than 4 because everybody wants to play big stuff for free. That's just how the game goes. Everybody wants to play big cards for free. So he's a 4 of. The next card, one of the MVPs of the deck. I am going to give you another option to play if this card isn't out when you want to play this deck. This is Omega Shenron and Ultimate Shadow Dragon. He's a unique triple striker. And what he does, you pay 1. If your leader card is a Shadow Dragon card and you have 3 or more energy, you remove 7 mono yellow Shadow Dragons from your drop to the warp, draw 1 card, and play him from your hand. So he's just a 30k beater. Triple strike. So this is one of my personal favorite add-ins for the deck. And then the next part is the other Shenron, the SR. And he's an A drop. We played 3 of him. And all he does is he's unique also. Says choose 1 yellow Shadow Dragon when energy costs 4 or less in your battle area. Placing on his drop, draw 1 card, and then play him. So you pay 1 energy, put a Shadow Dragon from your board to the drop, and you draw a card. But his next effect is if your leader card is a yellow Shadow Dragon and you have 1 mono yellow Shadow Dragon card with energy cost between 2 and 4 that isn't a Sin Shenron, from your drop, send it to the warp. Add 1 card from your life to your hand, up to 1, so you don't have to add a card, and you can still get the skill. And the card gains the skill of the cards you worked. So basically, your play is you swing with Rage, you gain the 5, take the life, crit. You pay the 1, you send Rage to the drop, you play the Sin, you swing with Sin. You remove the Sin, take the life. You copy Rage. You swing with the Sin. So now Sin is a 35k crit. You take the life. So it instantly takes you from 6 to 3, in just that 1 turn or turn 2 or whatever. So now you can awaken. So there's so much stuff in here to copy. You can copy Oceana, which I find myself copying. You can copy the 4-drop Haze if you think they're going to play something super big. You can copy the 3-drop Rage. You can copy anything in the deck. So this card is the MVP. This is the only card I'm still messing with the ratios a little bit on because I think 3 to 4 is but I never had a problem when I ran 3. So perfect. This card was perfectly designed. It's not too OP, I think. So, but we're going to get to the card that we know OP. That shouldn't be banned. Because it's a fair card. You ask anybody in Dragon Ball Super card game, this card is a fair card. We play 1 Cell, Xeno, SR. If you don't know what this card does, it has Deflect Successor. Successor is a skill where you send cards from your field added up to the amount of the card's cost. So this card costs 12. So How we get to 12? Oh, wait, we played a Sin for 1. We played a Nova for 1. That's 12. This card is definitely not unfair. It's definitely a balanced card. And it definitely should not be hit. But anyway, so yeah. On top of that, the card has quad strike. So all you really got to do is get your opponent down to 4. They're going to spend so much time defending their attacks, their hand is going to be low. Plus, you're denying them as many cards as possible because you're playing a lot of crit. So, swing quad strike, pretty sure most of the time they're not going to be able to stop it. But even if they do stop it, you still got plays after that. Because you remove the Sin from the board, you can play another Sin. You can play another. It's just ongoing. I urge you guys, please play this deck. The deck is super good. If you got any questions, just hit me up on Twitter at Hollow the Animal, or you can hit me up on Facebook at Michael Northman Washington. And that's it. I'm out. I hope y'all enjoy the deck. Let me know what y'all think about it. This is my second deck profile. I know I stumbled a little bit, little blips and slips, but bear with me. I'm trying to produce y'all some decent content and get y'all aware of the next deck. So I'm out.